Okay, hello, this is Jim Kelly, CEO, founder, 2 Seconds Logistics, and I'm here again to talk about something else that you need to know if you're about to start or if you already run a logistics business, especially in Nigeria or Africa as a whole. What I want to talk about today, the topic is very simple. It's the secrets to long lasting success in logistics. The secrets to long lasting success in logistics. Now, from experience, I have come to realize and discover that logistics business is a very difficult one to run. And if you're not careful, you might not be able to last long in that industry. We've had instances where, when we got on board, there were a good number of people that we met on the scene, and over the years, they were wiped off the scene. There were a good number of people that joined us on the scene, and in a matter of months or a few years, they were wiped off the scene. And it's very common, it's very, very common to have that, especially with the logistics business. Maybe because the cost of entry is not as high as several other businesses, so it's easy to start, but it's not easy to sustain, it's not easy to run. And when people get in and start experiencing those challenges, those kind of issues that they did not see coming, it's very easy for them to also back out. There's always going to be trials, there's always going to be tribulations. We have experienced our fair share and still experiencing, but there are certain keys, there are certain secrets that if you understand, implement, you're going to be good to go. You're going to have long lasting success with logistics. Now, I'm going to be giving just five. I probably would give an extra bonus, towards the end of the video. But primarily, I'm going to be giving you five secrets to a long lasting logistics business in Nigeria. You can apply it to any country you are in the world, but I'm using my immediate environment, which is Nigeria. Now, the first secret to long lasting success in logistics business is you need to choose your location wisely. It's not enough to just have a dream. I want to set up a logistics business, and then wherever you are, you go and set up. You have to do proper research. I keep saying this to a lot of people. You have to understand the demand and supply in any region you're about to start. And this applies to basically every business, but more specifically with the logistics business. You need to be aware of where you are setting up. You need to make sure that the demand is higher than the supply, or the demand, in fact, you need to be sure that the demand is higher than the supply, because if the demand equals the supply, then there's probably nothing new that you're going to be bringing, except you're coming with several strategies that will disrupt the market. But if not, one of the easiest strategies that you should use is monitor the demand and monitor the supply. If the demand is a lot higher than the supply, then that is where you need to set up. So check out for the location where you need to set up and make sure that you use that to your advantage. That is one of the secrets that can ensure that you have a long lasting business. You have success for a very long time in your business, in your logistics business. Now, the second secret I want to talk about is customer service. You must focus on your customers. Customer service is basically it should be the product, it should be the real product for your business, not even delivery. Your business should be a business that provides customer service before delivery service. So customers are very, very sensitive, they are very fragile, and they love to be treated exactly as they are, because they are who they think they are. Customers are the people that bring in the money to the business. Without any customer, no matter how much that you invest in a business, if there is no customer to that business, every money that has been invested becomes a waste, becomes a loss. So your customers matter a lot. You must focus on customer service. Customer service must not only be a department, customer service must be a philosophy. It must be a brand and identity for your business. Everyone has to be involved in customer service. Every person that relates with a customer must understand the basics of being polite, of being friendly, having empathy, and the problem solving skills required to give customers the kind of satisfaction that they want. If you're building a business, a logistics business, and you're not focusing on customer service, over time you're going to be doing adverts, and adverts are going to be converting to actual customers coming in, and it's just going to be like a basket where you pour in water, and as you're pouring in the water, it's escaping from different holes. So if you're bringing in customers to your business, make sure that the customer service of the business in general is strong enough to retain these customers. That way you will have long lasting success in your logistics business. Now, for my business, we've run for about 5 years, and we have some customers that have patronized us for these 5 years straight. We have people that have been with us for 4 years uninterrupted, 3 years uninterrupted. That's because of the focus on customer service and making sure that the customers are treated like they want to be treated. It helps you secure repeat purchase and all of that, that in turn will give you long lasting success in your logistics business. So focus on the customer. Your business should be customer friendly and customer centric in order for you to have long success in your logistics business. The third secret to running a long lasting logistics business that is successful is that you must reinvest in the business. A good number of people get carried away when they start a business, and they get overwhelmed by the unexpected success of the business. So you start a business and you expect that, okay, I might become profitable in the next 2 years, and in the next 2 months you're very profitable. You get carried away, and then you start to um, live lavishly and do whatever it is that you want to do. You start using those monies that you're generating from the business to sponsor several other things. It might even be other businesses. You might be using it to invest in other businesses. That is not also the right way to go, no matter what it is that you're doing with the money. If the business is generating money, then you must reinvest a good percentage of the money, must reinvest a good percentage of the money that the business is generating back into the business. That is how you ensure that the business grows at every point in time. So understand what your actual profit is, understand what your capital is, understand what needs to be put back into the business to make sure that it's running and it's going to keep growing. Because your business cannot even afford to be stagnant. Once it's stagnant, it's a dying business already. It cannot afford to deteriorate or be stagnant. You have to keep improving, you have to keep growing for the business to work stronger and for you to have long lasting success. So focus on reinvesting in a business when the business starts bringing in returns. Now, the fourth way or the fourth strategy you could use to ensure a long lasting success in your logistics business is you must build a structure. So a lot of people like myself started the business without structure, in the simplest form. But over time, when you start growing, it's important that you start building a structure. Structure will help the business to have weight. It will help to maximize your strengths, and it will also help to ensure that the business is a system that, with or without certain individuals, it stays running. So you must build structure around your business. You have to build a structure that is sustainable, not just any kind of structure. You need to do your research. You need to consult who you need to consult. You need to do a lot to really understand the structures that should be put in place to improve your business, to ensure that you have long lasting success. And the more it grows, the more you should build on that structure, until you get tired. And when you get tired, it might start deteriorating. So, but as long as a business is existing, you have to continually build structure around it to keep it growing. Now, the fourth strategy, or rather the fifth strategy that you can use to build a long-lasting success in your logistics business, is that you need to build solid networks. You need to build solid networks. This means there are certain people that you're going to, be interacting with a lot when you're running a logistics business or any other business it is that you're running. There are certain individuals, there are certain categories of people you're going to be interacting with a lot. For example, the filling stations. Logistics business is largely dependent on fuel if you're using vehicles that require fuel. So you have to build a strong network Build relationships, partnerships with filling stations. It can help you ensure long-lasting success. Another category of people that you need to build strong networks with are mechanics. Now, the people that handle the maintenance, the wear and tear, the repairs of your vehicles, you have to build a strong network of those people so that you're not just using anybody, just any hands that become available to you. You have to have a strong network of several mechanics that you work with when it's time to maintain or repair your vehicles. Another, there's so many of them, right? So you need to figure out, the people that you're going to be making constant interactions with in the course of running your logistics business, and build strong partnerships, build strong relationships, and solid networks that can enable your business to move and flow uninterruptedly at all times. So before I now give you the bonus that I said I was going to give, I've given 5 secrets that you can implement to ensure long lasting success in your logistics business. I want to first of all ask that you subscribe to the channel if you've gotten value. Very important. Like and comment on the video so that the algorithm can move it to other people that will be in need of information like this. And there is a masterclass that is coming up soon. Date has not been announced, but if you want to register ahead of time, you stand to gain 20% discount, which in my opinion is very huge. And that is discount for you registering before the date has been announced, right? So if you want to register, the contact details are on the screen. Get in touch and then show your interest, right? And get registered. But if you want to wait until a date is announced, then you can wait. The date is going to be announced here on the channel, but when it's announced, there is no longer any discount. The full fees will have to be paid. All details are on the flyer, as you can see. If you cannot wait for a masterclass session and you want to have a one-on-one interaction with myself for any challenge that you have with regards to running a logistics business or starting one, feel free to also reach out to the number. We have design programs that can give you one-on-one access with myself with several benefits that are attached to the flyer you see on the screen. So you can decide to have an hour or 2 hour session depending on what will solve your need. Even though 2 hours is highly recommended so that we have ample time to discuss all your areas of concern or every area you really need to be equipped with in order to start or scale your logistics business. Now back to the secrets of having long-lasting success in logistics business. The bonus I wanted to give is simple and clear. Think long term. Don't start a business with the essence or with the purpose of you want to make money or you want to earn a living, you want to survive, you want to feed. If you start a business with that mindset, you're most likely going to fail in the next coming months or years. But if you think long term and focus on every other thing I've talked about, being customer friendly, building structure, reinvesting in the business, getting your locations right, and all of that, then you are positioned already to have long lasting success. So don't think about, I want to start a business today and start reaping from the business same day. No, you must be intentional. You must practice delayed gratification. You must think long term in order to make sure that you enjoy long lasting success in your logistics business. Until the next time we see, or the next time you come across any of my video, bye and see you when I see you. Thank you.